Hi, this is Kevin Thomas, and welcome to the At Home Film Festival. This week I'm doing a little different of an episode. I'm calling it Movie Roulette. We all probably, well, at least I do, through my social media feeds, get all these movie scenes popping up. Some of them for no reason, some of them I could figure out why, and some of them are probably just following the algorithms of what I've already watched. So I decided this week I'm going to do 7 movies, one for each day of the week, the last 7 movies that popped up in my social media feed. I am saving the most interesting and best one for last. I may not even like all these movies, but I did go to watch them and I want to tell you what I thought. So let's go now. Our first movie is Shallow Hal with Gwyneth Paltrow, Jack Black, and Jason Alexander. This movie could not be made today. When I watched this maybe 25 years ago, I didn't really like it much then, and I don't like it much now. So Jack Black plays a superficial man that only is attracted to females out of beauty, which is typical of any movie or maybe any man. So he gets cast under a spell from Tony Robbins to see women for their inner beauty. So when he meets the character played by Gwyneth Paltrow, he thinks she's beautiful and gorgeous and thin. That's why she's beautiful and gorgeous, not because you can't be big and beautiful and gorgeous. So all the women that are beautiful inside, the beauty now comes from the outside. Now this is at the expense of fat shaming. Now, I don't know if they could do this. There are scenes where Gwyneth Paltrow's character jumps into a pool and all the water falls out. There's a scene where she sits on a chair and it breaks. Look at this scene. I mean, I don't think they could do this now. And it's really funny since both Jack Black and Jason Alexander are kind of chubby. So what are they having those characters fat shame? Why is it the men fat shaming the women? Why, if they're going to be bad, why don't they do it about all of them, right? Because there are no prizes if you're looking at the outer beauty, which, by the way, as a big person myself, I will say, oh, here comes that scene where she's going to take all the water out of the pool. I think that Baskin-Robbins made 31 flavors because we all like something different. Some people may find me attractive, others may not. So we don't need a fat shame. Detachment, which you could find on Tubi, I never heard of. And this is actually the scene I've been getting on social media. Adrian Brody is really good. It's about a substitute school teacher. Of course, there's always an unruly class. Oh, this movie has so much depth and the characters are interesting. The kids are all believable. Some of them, of course, are bullies. Some of them are bullied. Some of them are superstars. Some of them are on sports teams. But it does do a great mix of kids and they're all sassing back to him as a substitute teacher in this scene. And the scene really made me want to watch this movie because I thought it was captivating enough to draw me in, which is probably why it popped up in my social media feed. So anyway, you should give Detachment a try, okay? Oh, he's kicking a kid out and he goes, I don't care, where the F you go. Then we have Wise Girls, which I think I saw a long time ago because when I rewatched it, it seemed familiar. So maybe I didn't remember it, but I did like it because I rewatched it. And it's got Mira Sorvino, who's going back to her little small town, and she ends up having to work in an Italian restaurant that seems very oriented towards the mafia. Now, the surprise in this movie is not just Mira Sorvino is good, because she always is, in my opinion, but Mariah Carey shows once again that she's a pretty good actress. People only think of her for Glitter, which bombed, but she's done this, she's done Precious. So find this on Tubi, and it's on a couple of other streamers, but it's pretty good. I Can't Believe Flowers in the Attic came out in 1987, and I never saw it. I think I didn't see it because the reviews weren't great, but I actually really liked it. It's about a mother who loses her husband, so she goes to live with her parents, but her parents are so religious that since she had her kids out of wedlock, they have to lock them in the attic, which really is spooky, especially if it's a child. And the grandmother, played by Louise Fletcher, is evil! Evil! Oh, I hate when people are evil and then they use the Lord as their shepherd or whatever. Like, oh. Now, this became a limited series, so I might want to watch that, but it also was remade with Ellen Burstyn as the evil grandmother. So, and I love Ellen Burstyn, so I'm going to watch that one too. So check this one out. So real quick, Rage of Honor, which you could find on Tubi as well. No. I mean, no. Skip it. The one scene I saw looked really good where there was a woman hanging off a balcony by her little fingers, and then this lead character came over and like kicked the guy in the face and did all this great choreography. It does have good choreography in its actions, but the acting is bad. The dialogue is bad. I had to turn it off. So it's not a full review because, as Roger Ebert once said, maybe, or was it Gene Siskel? Maybe they get a new director and by the end it's different. So they always sat through the entire movie, but I just didn't have time. And I started like scrolling on my phone. This didn't captivate me at all. Skip it! So this is a scene that kept popping up on my feed from Love Story. Kind of mixed about this. So in 1970, when this came out, it was a giant hit, probably the biggest hit of 1970, if not the 70s. It was up for Oscars for Best Picture, Best Actor Ryan O'Neal, Best Actress Ali MacGraw. And this is not a spoiler because the very first scene, he's sitting in the snow saying she died. But we never really officially hear she had cancer. And she never looks like she's dying, which, I mean, what is looking like you're dying look like? It probably is different for everybody. But this now could be on the Hallmark Channel, I must say, because it's also people from different sides of the tracks. He's rich, she's poor. I am shocked that it got so many Oscar nominations. Maybe great at the box office, but so many Oscar nominations. And this is Ryan O'Neal's only Oscar nomination. The one great thing that I still think is wonderful about this is the one Oscar it won for Best Score. I think I have a moment for us to hear that. It's very romantic and lush, which is my type of score. But let's see if we can find it. Oh, here's that score.
Did I say you could kiss me?
I was carried away.
I wasn't.
Don't listen to them talk. Listen to the score.
The most romantic movies of all time.
What would you say if I told you I think I'm in love with you?
Love Story.
You're a preppy millionaire and aren't smart and poor.
Okay, the score is done. It's so pretty. I'm trying to find it again. Our last movie is The Devil Wears Prada. Now, you know why this is coming up in my feed, because I'm so excited. The sequel comes out this week, but I have gotten so many scenes, even by Barbie dolls. But this is the one that pops up the most, the one where Andy can't tell the difference between two blues, and Miranda gives this wonderful speech about how they are all different. Anyway, I'm not an actress, so why am I going to try to imitate Meryl Streep? That would be the dumbest thing I could ever do. Anyway, you could catch this on HBO. I also think Hulu, it seems to be everywhere right now, and it's trending because the sequel's coming out. But what movie just pop up on your feed that you either loved or hate or wonder why the heck it's there? Let me know in comments below. In the meantime, I hope you share, and I hope you come back, and I hope you watch The Devil Wears Prada and The Devil Wears Prada 2. I'm hoping it's great. I don't want to recommend a movie that turns out to be Sex and the City 2, which I didn't really hate, but I didn't think it as great as part 1. Anyway, I digress. So let's just leave watching Meryl do Meryl. And not Kevin do Meryl.
You know, it's just that both those belts look exactly the same to me. You know,
Here we go.
I'm still learning about this stuff and
This stuff? Oh, okay. I see. You think this has nothing to do with you. You go to your closet and you select, I don't know, that lumpy blue sweater, for instance, because you're trying to tell the world that you take yourself too seriously to care about what you put on your back. But what you don't know is that that sweater is not just blue, it's not turquoise, it's not lapis, it's actually cerulean. And you're also blithely unaware of the fact that in 2002, Oscar de la Renta did a collection of cerulean gowns, and then I think it was Yves Saint Laurent, wasn't it, who showed cerulean military jackets? I think we need a jacket here. And then cerulean quickly showed up in the collections of 8 different designers. And then it filtered down through the department stores and then trickled on down into some tragic casual corner where you no doubt fished it out of some clearance bin. However, that blue represents millions of dollars and countless jobs. And it's sort of comical how you think that you've made a choice that exempts you from the fashion industry when in fact You're wearing a sweater that was selected for you by the people in this room from a pile of stuff.